Welcome back to a heavyweight matchup here in round 4, heat number 4 of the Hurley Pro to decide a quarterfinal berth. Kelly Slater tops the list of every matchup that he's in for 22 years on tour, 11 world titles, 6-time Hurley Pro champ. He takes on last year's world champ, Gabriel Medina, achieving that at the age of 20. And also seeing the comeback to form of Owen Wright.
It's nearly impossible. You kind of have to weave your way through.
Looks like we're going to get a start here, Pete. And manning the peak is Owen Wright. Drawing off the bottom. Clean first turn. Goes straight up to ditch the fins because this wave is closing out down the line. So he'll get a quick score on the board to take the lead. Now it's up to Medina and Kelly to battle for the next wave, which will be very entertaining. Medina's been famous for never giving up his inside. It's always a part of his game plan. He's one surfer that can rattle the cages of the competitors before the first wave is underway.
Yeah, you know, he's just such a strong kid too. I mean, he's grown a lot. Let's have a look at Owen Wright as well on this opening wave here. As you said, beautiful opening turn there, nice and clean. Draws off the bottom and then bangs the tail out. He knew that wave was going to close out on him, so just making sure he connected with that last turn there, just tweaking that board all the way around, getting those fins out the back. So not a big score for Owen, but it's a good start for him. Now he can afford to just sort of sit a little bit further down the line, get himself in position, and let Gabriel and Kelly duke it out.
Now we're seeing who's going to go to quarterfinal number 4. Owen had a 4.33 start, and he's looking to back it up right now. Just a quick up and out. Meanwhile, Kelly and Medina still scoreless. 10 minutes through this heat. Kelly's starting to adjust closer to the inside to get his opener of this matchup. Slater with some speed to start. Big section's going to hold him back. So after a big delay of getting underway, he'll start with an incomplete ride. And now it's Medina's turn. Gabe going straight up into a reverse right in front of Slater, who helped invent that maneuver back in the day. Backside rock and roll float, straight up and vertical, racking it off the lip. Big carve, and he'll rebound, and he will take the best wave of the heat so far with 19:22 to go.
I think the crowd's kind of split right down the middle between Medina and Slater. There's a lot of cheers down there. You can see a lot of Brazilian flags flying. Medina, watch this opening turn right here. Into that backside snap, into that spin right there. Perfect. Straight out into the next turn. So that makes that maneuver functional. You know, once you can do that, come out with speed, straight into the next turn, the judges are going to love it. He connects through the inside with a couple of lightning fast snaps. So Medina feeling it. He's got the mojo. And I tell you what, coming off that good result, J-Bay kicked things off for him. He backed it up with a good result. Chopu, second place there. Can he go one better here and win this thing, Joe?
A huge roll for Medina as his spark is definitely back. He has that crazy, radical freestyle approach where it looks like he's just having a free surf. This guy can catch a lot of waves when lowers is crowded before the event starts. He gets a lot of warm-ups. As we now see Slater go straight up in the pocket. Stretches out the bottom turn, blows the tail out. Nice rhythm for Kelly. Carves into the source. Off the top again, packing in the maneuvers. Grips one off the lip. Clean wrap. Trying to finish strong. The wave's losing power, but he still has some speed for the finish. Throw the fins out, and he'll end up losing speed on the reverse. Now watching Owen Wright heading that same direction. Into the tail end of his ride, and he'll hang in there. And now getting out, we'll bring you the start of Owen's wave in just a moment. 17:45 on the clock in round 4, heat number 4. Sleepy start, but now things are getting underway.
Definitely. Let's have a look at Owen Wright's wave here. Big snap off the top to kick things off. Love that backside snap that he's got there with that drift there. How much control did he have right there? And again, lightning fast. Beautiful wrapping turn right there. Owen Wright connecting beautifully on this wave. And that is going to be a great score for Owen Wright. Kicks out just in front of Kelly. Make sure he gets that all-important priority. Awesome. Kelly, on the other hand, this was his wave. Off the bottom, jams it up through the lip there. Bit of a smaller wave, so he's going to have to light it up. Kicks the fins out the back on that occasion. Trademark stuff right now from Kelly Slater. Board is looking great under his feet. Be interesting to find out from Peter Mel if that's the same board as he rode yesterday Here he goes again through the inside, just milking this wave all the way through. That's a leg burner right there for Kelly Slater. Little spin to win right there.
So we saw about 10 minutes come off the clock before Kelly repositioned to the inside. Took off on a wave. He was a little too deep. Had to recover. While we were watching those replays, Medina locked into this gem. Multiple backside hacks on this one.
Yeah, when you talk about how many waves he catches in the free surf, there's no difference between his free surfing and his heat surfing. It looks exactly the same. Medina making it quite clear that he wants a good result here. He's found the mojo. He's got rid of that hangover from the world title, and he is on fire right here at Lower Trestles. Got a lot of support. I think the Brazilian fans are a little bit more vocal than the Americans, Joe. American fans are going to have to crank it up a little bit for Slater.
Oh, big time. You can hear everybody cheering for Medina. He's one of the favorite surfers in the world, not just in Brazil, but globally. Spends a lot of time at Lowers over the last couple of years, and nothing was going to get in the way of his dream to win a world title. On the podium, he said he wanted to win a few more. Right now, he's back in the top 10 picture. He was able to achieve that for finishing runner-up at the Billabong Pro Tahiti.
Takes the heat lead at the moment.
You see a little wedge popping up here from behind the peak. Kelly will pull into the tube, looking to punch out, and that one's going to take him down. We see him pull off rare things like that in the past here at Lowers. A place where you're not getting barreled every day. Certain surfers sometimes create moments for themselves, and Kelly's been one of those guys for the last 2 decades.
Takes the heat lead at the moment.
You see a little wedge popping up here from behind the peak. Kelly will pull into the tube, looking to punch out, and that one's going to take him down. We see him pull off rare things like that in the past here at Lowers. A place where you're not getting barreled every day. Certain surfers sometimes create moments for themselves, and Kelly's been one of those guys for the last 2 decades. Numbers in, Medina start 8.33. Owen opened with a 4.33, right at a 7.3 on his last. More scores to come through. Once again, remember the expression session for the legends of the sport with $1,326,550. And top of the charts, Kelly Slater, prize money the last 22 years, $3,678,560.22.
The whitewater coming up, but Gabriel, every time you see his board, it's either tail or straight up. So ultimately, as we see Owen taking off, see what he can do for us.
Ooh, just a little slip off right there. Thanks a lot, Pete Mel. 9:20 to go here in round 4, heat number 4. Medina's still out front, 8.57 and 8.33. Potts knows that's not going to be the case, as we see Owen Wright hunt down this peak way down the beach. He'll get a carve off the top. He's sticking to his board now. Nice and tight under the lip. Owen looks to go straight up. Nice solid hook for Owen into the inside corner. Needs a 9.6 to take the lead, and he still has more room. Vertically over the whitewater section. And now just trying to close it out on the inside. A smart decision for Owen without priority to find himself a peak to himself.
Just as I thought, Joe, let Kelly and Medina do their thing and divorce yourself from it. Found some room there to move and just dropped a bomb. That's going to be a great score. It's going to be a good comeback. He needs a 9.60. Medina with an 8.33 and 8.57. What a start for him. Let's have a look at Owen's wave here. This was one of those sneaky wide ones. Jams it off the top. I love the variety he's got right now. Straight up through the lip there. Comes around the section, times it perfectly. Gives it that extra little 12 o'clock straight up and down. And then that gouging one back into the power source. Just mixing it up on his backhand. Combination of major maneuvers, speed, power, flow, variety of repertoire. And just tagged this one all the way through the inside to Owen Wright on his way to a massive score, Joe.
Owen doing a great job just to outsmart 2 world champs out the back to get that wave all to himself. He's not just there to watch, he surfs as much as he can.
Yeah.
And he still charges Waimea and still charging on the North Shore. One guy that sees Michael Ho charging over there in Hawaii is Strider Wasilewski.